Hey guys, welcome to another day, another day, another day. Wow, another day. I can't speak right now. Welcome. Hey, welcome to Tuesday, May 24th. And right now I'm about to get into office hours where I just go over comments on YouTube, any interesting discussions we had on Discord, and sort of summarize my thoughts on the topics that went back and forth. And then afterwards, I take in any questions that people might be sharing in the chat. I'll be doing it now. Even though today I'm a little low energy, I'm not feeling 100%. Even like I tried to warm up my voice before coming here, but I straight out the gate I stumbled. Like I can't speak right now. Just excuse my lack of energy today, but I did get a lot of comments on YouTube over the last couple of days this weekend. So I want to get into I want to get around to actually answering them now. All right, here we go. So I'm looking at the last time I replied to a comment was down here. So this is a while back. All right. Still love you, the honesty. Oh, thanks, man. I hope so. I hope so, and I appreciate the support. Okay, that's mode. Mode set us on a. Is this a separate thing? I see. Actually, let's look, because it's been a while since I've checked. I can't speak right now. It's been a while since I checked, but May 2022. Let's see if it came out yet. McElroy. Yeah, the potato version has come out, so what that means is the PDF is not here, but this is on their website. When they call it the potato version, it's when they just take screenshots. Over here, let me look. Hey, Mean, I see you. Get back to you in a sec. Hang on. Why am I so lost? Okay, over here. So they have the April school day, but they don't have the. They don't have the May. Oh my God, I just realized I have, my day is so stressful. I have too much to do today. Dude, that's too much for me. Okay, well, sorry, I just got distracted by the fact that I have, there's some other things on my mind right now, and this thing just reminded me of it, but no, okay. So going back to the topic, May SAT is not there, so I'll just share the two links. Hey, looks like no one has made a PDF reproduction yet. You can check these two links. So, the second link has screenshots of all questions at least. Okay, so that's my quick answer there. Explain number 4 in the May 2022 grammar section. I mean, I could, because it's a grammar question, so I could do it pretty quickly. But I am gonna do a full video later, so I mean, I don't right now. Might as well just do it, just get it out of the way. But I need to log in, so give me a sec. You know, I don't need to log in. I could just use this. Oh, Mexico, what's up? What's up? So let me just get into this question real quick. Question 4. Significance of the series of events. Wait, what? This is US? I mean, it's definitely... Hang on, what? I don't even remember. Oh, right. This is the Alaska Native Rights. an advocate for Alaska Native rights, and at that time there was pervasive discrimination. So obviously by the end of this paragraph, there's this whole thing where she becomes the Rosa Parks, and a new law. Hang on, what happens to the law? All Americans have the right to sit or go where they please. So she, by challenging discrimination and asserting that everyone has the right to go, she made that thing. Oh, and then there was this passage. Her story helped ensure the passage of the Act of 1945. Sure. So just know how the story ends. If you know how the story ends, it's pretty obvious that it's going to be, at least to me, it's pretty obvious that she helps inspire the passage of a groundbreaking law banning discrimination in Alaska. So that's the. Okay, so that's my quick explanation. Your question is not very specific, so I'm just going to move on. Moving on. Let's see. I'm looking at really suck in reading. Hey. So, hey, have you been using the strategy I talk about in my streams? If not, I recommend reading what I wrote in my FAQs. Give me a second. This is just a very common question, so let me just take this link. I forgot how to. Wait, that is the link, right? It's a very ugly looking link, but yeah. So if I do this, then that should highlight. Sometimes they hold back. Okay, so these are some pretty common answers. These are some pretty common questions that I'm getting. So, let me just churn through these real quick. Where's the international one? Okay, so I'm gonna share this link. Short answer, no difference. And you know what? Wait, don't I have a longer explanation somewhere? This is not a very long explanation. What happened to my longer explanation? Ayo, I guess I need to do that. People keep talking about. Short answer, no difference. They come from the same pool, but if you're asking if the May International 2022 was harder than the May US 2022, I don't know because I haven't taken the May International 2022 yet. Brennan's back. Thank you, Brennan. Thanks, man. Thanks for the support. Legend? Why does legend? Dude, these little auto replies are pretty hilarious. So going back to this real quick. Mean, I see your question, so I'll be right back to it. Let me just. I just realized I didn't even connect the chat back to the thing. Give me a sec. Let me just deal with this one minor technical issue here. Right now, the YouTube chat is not showing up in my on my screen, so I want that to show up. Where'd it go? Okay. I'm becoming more and more a streamer every day. All right. So those are all my YouTube comments. A lot of it's pretty common questions, so I need to find a better, more efficient way of answering these questions. But yeah. You chose C because that's how you felt the story flowed. I mean, what's the point? What does a question ask? Like what's the actual wording of the question stem? Did you read it? Here, I'm opening it up. Like, read the question stem, and then you tell me how your answer choice made sense to you. Because, when I say how it made sense to you, I want you to tell me what words you saw in the passage, what words you saw a passage that defends. Who is the outspoken teenager? Who is the powerful politician? And how are they united in the fight? So there are three parts that I think you need to connect. Who is the outspoken teenager? So tell me who that is. Who is the powerful politician? Okay. And then where's the uniting in the fight? Where's the uniting in the fight? So I think you're probably talking about over here, right? In 1949, her experience was cited as a prime example of the unfair treatment of minority groups. Her story affected lawmakers, plural, right? So this one person, a powerful politician, and her gets united. Look at this. It's lawmakers, multiple people over here. It's the whole. This is the climax right now. This is the coup de resistance. You know, this is the final piece in the story. It's probably the most important part of the story because it's the final result. It's the biggest result. Over here, the result is that he gets the Gruning gets an apology from the mayor, right? But it does not end there. It does not end there. And then there's this very large accomplishment that happens. So, like, what's the uniting a powerful politician? You're kind of missing the point, right? If you choose unite the politician, you're not focusing on the largest accomplishment. You know, you're missing the whole climax of the story when you do that. So that's my quick response to that. Okay, I'll do the longer version. I'm gonna go through every question on the MAICT and create a stream for that anyway. So you know that is coming at some point. But oh, dude. Oh, I'm stressed, man. I have so much work today. Okay, so yeah, I'm just not in the best condition today. Let me at least get through any conversations we had on Discord. But today's just not really my day to stream. So I'll just be I'll be going through this a little quick. Talked a little bit about grammar in our channel. And just people are asking this and that. These things kind of make me scared now. Whenever people post pictures, I feel like I'm gonna get banned again for some reason by Discord with no explanation whatsoever. It's insane. They don't even respond to customer support tickets. Like I've been waiting for more than a week. They replied to me once more than a week ago with this robo reply that didn't respond to anything I asked in the first email. They're not treating me like a human being. They're certainly not treating me like a teacher that brought hundreds of non-Discord users onto creating their Discord accounts for the first time. I've brought hundreds of people in Korea, hundreds of kids. I've gotten them to create new accounts just to join my server, just do our classes. And Discord is certainly not treating me like that, not treating me like a creator who's going to actually contribute to the community. Unlike YouTube's at least treating me like a normal human. They're giving me options. You know, when they take down a video, at least they give me a warning. Like, oh my God, dude, Discord is, I'm upset right now. I'm upset the longer I wait. The longer I wait with no response from these people, it's just like, you're gonna delete all my data. You're gonna delete all my data, like all the students that I had contact with, all of the conversation we had, all the resources that I shared with them. Why would I stay on Discord if you guys do that? You know, it's really annoying. So we just talked about a bunch of random SAT things. So it's actually not, there's really not a lot to get over. Just, you know, some couple random math questions, some couple random grammar questions. So there's not much to say here. I do vaguely remember talking about like something related to college admissions, but I don't remember. I can't find it right now. So anyway, guys, as far as Discord conversations go, you guys are always welcome to just join in and just ask anything you have on your mind. I'm not as active on on Sundays and Mondays because that's kind of my weekend. But Tuesdays through Saturdays, Tuesdays to Saturdays, I'm trying to be present and available. So just join the Discord and, shoot the she, chat it up. Now, how do I do it? I'm looking at Aaliyah. Hey, how do you do it? You're taking the June SAT. You're scoring 580, and you want to score 680, 700. So that's a big jump. You're looking for a big jump between June and between now and June. So that's what? That's like a week or two from now. 2 weeks from now. So I think right now you should always set your expectation based on the average of the last three practice tests you've taken. I think if you don't set your expectations realistically based on the average of the last three practice tests that you've taken, you're gonna make dumber decisions about how to spend your time. So first, I would just recommend it. You can always hope for something that is far beyond the average of your last three practice tests, but it's good to just, set your expectations low and just know that this is probably what's going to happen. Because the last three times I took a practice test, I got 580, so I'm probably going to get 580. Now, what can you do to actually change that in only 2 weeks? There's not a lot you can change. If you are already following my strategy, but if you haven't started following my strategy yet, Aaliyah, then I would strongly recommend at least doing this thing that I've shared. I'm actually going to share the link with you in the chat as well. Give me a sec. It's over here. Okay. So this is a longer. This is one of my longest replies in a YouTube comment ever. I'm gonna briefly summarize it for you verbally right now, okay? So here's what I talk about. Just please just excuse me while I'm just sort of like barely conscious. Today I'm not feeling so great, so I'm a little mellow. So just level with me here that I'm not going to be super energetic today. But over here, the main point that I'm making is that you really need to understand what your own weaknesses are. Like people, like all these people, like it seems to be extremely common advice to do things like read the question first or blah, 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 blah. Like read the question first, choose the simplest, most direct answer choice. Like people just say stuff like this and it's very common advice. But the thing is, they're treating reading very differently than they are treating things like grammar or math or anything else in the world. It's as if on grammar, the way to get a better score is by actually learning some grammar. On math, on algebra, the way to get a better score is by learning some actual algebra. On trig, or on geometry, on stats, the best way to actually get a better score is by learning some trig or geometry or stats. But on reading, the best way to get a better reading score is not to get better at reading. Like you're supposed to do these stupid little tricks, just stupid little tricks where you kind of like judo the answer choices and you hope you're right, right? Like I don't understand. Like you're supposed to actually get better at reading, and how do you do that? You have to diagnose your reading. And I don't know why, but I have a very hard time on Google or on YouTube finding anyone else that tells you to actually diagnose your reading. I'm the only person that I can find so far that's been saying to diagnose your reading. Maybe I'm just not looking very carefully because I'm a little lazy as a person, but it seems to be very uncommon advice to just diagnose your reading. Well, here's my diagnosis for your reading. Like here's how I would diagnose my own reading if I were you, or if you were my student, if you were my one-on-one student, this is how I would diagnose your reading. Okay, you could do it yourself though. You don't have to sign up for tutoring just to do this. You can just do this on your own. So over here, I'm gonna zoom in a little so it's a little clearer depending on what device you're looking at. Diagnose your memory of the passage. I basically already do this on all my streams, but I just check how much of the passage do I even remember when I read it, once, right? How much do I remember? So go and if you've never seen my streams, go watch my streams. And just the thing that I call the map of the passage, right? Do it yourself. Give yourself, check your own map of the passage, and then compare your map to mine and just see how close you are to me, Are you able to develop a pretty good map of the passage or no? And then the second thing you can do is you can diagnose how good you are at predicting the answers. Okay, so this is not by looking at the answer choices, but just only looking at the question stem. Okay, like when you look at a question stem, like, can you, just by reading it once, you look at the question stem, do you already know what the answer is or where you're supposed to go to find the answer? Just check that. Out of 10 questions, how many questions can you actually have a decent prediction for? Out of 10 questions, are you getting only 3 or 4? Are you getting 6 or 7, right? You want to be closer to 6 or 7 or 8, not 3 or 4. So how many can you actually predict the answers for? And then third is you should diagnose your confidence in your answer choices. Now, you look at the answer choices, you look at A and B and C and D, and you choose A and B and C and D, and then you see, hey, now that I've chosen it, how confident am I, in the reasoning? This is the actual question strategy part where you're figuring out your own reasoning and trying to see if your logic is solid or not. So those are 3 different diagnoses you can do. When you do this, you shouldn't worry too much about time. You should actually do it with as much free time as you have. And you should not look at the correct answer when you're diagnosing it. You should not know the correct answer before you diagnose your confidence, your ability to predict. The score comes way later. You should focus on just these aspects alone. And then you can diagnose with the score later on. Your weaknesses are history passage. Learn some history. I'm being flippant, but this is something I also talk about in more detail somewhere here. I need to find it again. But basically, there are 2 things you need to know for history, which is, let me find it first. Give me a sec. Okay, I don't know if I've written it anywhere, so I'm going to just say it. Hey, learn the major debates in history. So learn abolitionism, learn feminism, learn federalism at the founding of the United States. Learn basic conservative arguments like for and against the French Revolution. Learn and then some modern and post-colonial theories. So learn like the perspective of first world countries. So that's like South America and Latin America and Africa. You don't really get so much communism. You don't get like China and Russia really, although that would be interesting, but that's not really SAT. But just learn the actual content of some of the major debates in the last 300 years. So learn that. And then, so that's the content aspects of it. So I don't know how much of that you can learn in the next 2 weeks, but you should know that. And then and in terms of history, you should learn the convention not in terms of content, but in terms of the actual genre of the history passages. What is a genre of history passages? It's not fiction. It's not nonfiction. That's just too broad. It's not scientific research. What is it? It's speech and debate. So learn the conventions of speech and debate. So I talk about this, but I don't know where I've written it. I've written it multiple times in the Discord for sure. But basically, you want to understand. Oh, here. I was looking for this. Okay, I'm taking for the first time in MAS7. So I'll send this link over here. That's the long version, but I'm just going to say it out loud really quickly with history. Like, understand different features of the genre of speech and debate. So, how do you establish credibility? Like, what is context in terms of speech? What is, how do you establish, what's like the impact or importance, right? paragraph. Oftentimes it's a single paragraph, right? But how do you establish impact or importance? What are claims and reasons and evidence? What are concessions and qualifications? What are rebuttals? So just know the features of these things, because that will help you understand the map of the passage. Like, it'll help you build the map of the passage much better. If you're not doing if you're still doing the question first approach, you need to learn how to do the passage first approach and just try it. Because you might be hearing a lot of people telling you do the questions first. And maybe they're right, maybe they're right, maybe that's the best strategy for you. In my experience, people who get very high scores do not do questions first. They do passage first. And so you might as well just borrow the way I do it. Just borrow from the person who's already succeeding, just steal their strategy outright, and then make it yours afterwards. Okay, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just follow what the other people are already doing. And so the way I'm doing it, I'm showing it to you in all my streams. Go watch them and copy me first, and then let me know and then you can come back to office hours and let me know, what you're struggling on once you've already started copying me. But if you're not copying me yet, it's hard for me to even give you any advice, because everything I wrote over here, they're not going to help you. None of the things I wrote here is going to help you if you're not already copying me. So you got to start copying me, and then at least telling me what you're struggling with there. Because on the flip side, I hear a lot of students from YouTube telling me, oh, Saul, once I started using your approach, my score went up. Like, it just jumped up. Like on writing, I used to be getting 36s, then suddenly I jumped to 43. These are the kind of comments I'm hearing. And so you're seeing people around you succeed just by copying my approach. And so maybe these are the most extreme cases where they're just jumping like crazy. You might not see a huge jump. We'll see, because people who tend to have average experiences don't tend to leave comments. It's the people who have the most extreme experiences that leave the comments, right? But you could still try. You can try and see how it works for you. And then once you try my approach, then you can read all this other stuff and see, how to tweak it, how to make it yours, how to make it better. Okay, so those are my comments. That's my broad advice for how to improve your reading. If I had to summarize it real quick, copy me, because it works, right? You can see it works, right? You can see my scores. I'm not bullshitting any of this. You can see me actually do it. So copy my approach first, and then make it yours. And in the process of making it yours, you might have additional questions. Then ask me those questions then. So then we could talk more specific things rather than like just broadly, oh, what are some tips? I was like, I don't know, like, read the first paragraph slowly and then read the second paragraph faster. Like, what am I supposed to say? You know what I mean? We can be more specific once you're actually trying. So, so that's it honestly for all the questions I've had so far on YouTube and Discord. I'm seeing nothing else in the chat, and I do have a lot on my plate today, so I think I'll be heading out. Today again, I'm pretty low energy. And pretty high stress actually today. I have a lot to get through today, so I apologize for any sort of boringness in today's stream. I'm not 100% myself. Just forgive me, but I didn't want to push this off any further. It's already Tuesday, which is it's kind of like my Monday. It's my first day of the week. And I've been getting all these comments in the last couple of days that I didn't reply to. So I want to at least get through that. Oh, what the heck? I chose the wrong, dude, this is the wrong, what do you call it? I meant to do this office hours, but then it was on SAT Solve Live the whole time. Oh, well. Anyway, I just noticed it like too late. But anyway, going back to what I was trying to say. What was I trying to say? I was trying to say something about, and I just didn't want to push off office hours any further, even though I'm not feeling 100%. So thanks for the questions, guys. I'm thankful for everyone who's always here and seeking to improve themselves, and I'm hoping that I can be helpful. I'll do more streams throughout the week, so you'll see me hopefully in a better condition tomorrow, and you can ask me more questions then. All right, guys, gonna go. Good luck out there, and keep on growing. Everything you do, it should lead to growth. So do something today to make yourself a better person today than you were yesterday. All right, see you guys.